That was sick. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. I hate when that happens. We're gonna play the early release of Rooftops Alleys, which is a brand new parkour game that just came out a few days ago. And if you've been on social media lately, you might have seen some clips of this game go absolutely viral because it just looks so cool and satisfying to play. Oh! I'm a pro parkour athlete myself. I've been doing this discipline for almost 20 years, so I'm going to give a bit of my perspective on how I enjoy it and how it actually compares to doing parkour in real life. I'm really excited. Let's get into it. We're going to start things out with a tutorial. Here it's all about learning how to get from A to B in the most efficient way. Well, we'll start with the basics, which is always recommended with parkour in real life, as in the game. Tap A to jump. Tap B shortly before landing to roll. Oh! Here we go. Oh man, that roll timing is am I hitting the wrong button? Oh, there we go. I hit the flip button, not the roll button, sorry. There we go. Jump, roll. Okay. When it comes to the gameplay, it definitely took me a while to learn and memorize all the different skills. Okay, that didn't. Oh! My bad. Accidental gate. You can't just hit any button and he'll do an amazing parkour run. If anything, if you do that, stuff like this happens. Kong, reverse, roll, fun. Satisfying, actually. Oh! That was the cartwheel button. That could have worked in real life, though. You can cartwheel up stuff. Come on. And even later on in the game, I would constantly have little slip-ups like this, which was a bit frustrating, but also entertaining. Let's go over this. And now, oh! Oh, that was such a painful landing. That was hurt so bad. Triangle for a cartwheel. Tap circle right after for a back handspring. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay, coming back. I missed this. Double Arabian. Of course, that's the natural progression. After back handspring, you learn double Arabian. Natural. Of course. I wish it was that easy. Oh my god. What did I just do? No! Boom. Okay, but we're moving ahead. Finish tutorial. There are 3 different maps in the game. There's a construction site, the steel yard, and the school district. And at first I was a little bit disappointed because looking at them from above, they felt a little bit small. But it turns out what they lacked in size, they made up for in richness. There are these mini spots scattered all around the map, and I had a really fun time going around discovering and finding these different areas. Oh, what's this place got for us? Alright. Running jump to wall run. Come on, let's get it. Oh, that would have been so stressful in real life. And the layout was just really nice because you could use each spot in many different ways. I feel like we'll start with the school district because that's usually when you start parkour, how you get things started, right? Some easy chill spots. Wonder what the limits are of what you can drop. And it's actually really hard to start. Oh! Sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that would have been such a bad fail in real life. He just rolled into that rail. Can I take this drop? If I just roll properly? Here goes nothing! Woo! Roll! Look, this drop. This drop is what, 3 stories? You could imagine someone doing it in real life and surviving. So, check out the surfaces first. Cool. We'll Kong it. Oh no, reverse it. Yep, and roll! So that's too high. I'm sorry, Dom, this game is not realistic. Let's go back down to 2 stories, and that's also how you're supposed to do it in parkour. You're supposed to find your limit first, and then work your way down. And roll. Ah, okay. So we can take 2 stories. That's pretty solid for your first day of parkour, and then we can just work our way up from here. I'd be kind of sick if there was an RPG parkour game where the more drops you take, you gain muscle. How realistic are the moves in this game? Overall, Rooftops Alleys is definitely more on the realistic side, but it's definitely not a parkour simulation. For example, in the game, it's so much harder to do a precision jump than to do a double Arabian. But overall, I think that's not that big of a deal. Okay, see if we can do a little standing pre. I feel like this is another way you could play the game, is you could find these precision jumps. Yeah. Give that another try. That would have been easier in real life. Let's do a real practice jump first. It's what you would do in real life. Come here. How far do I have to jump? Oh! That's not how you do a practice jump. Come on, we don't need practice jumps anyway. We're just gonna stick it. Oh, look at that. Pow! Okay, next one. We do them all in a row. Oh! Alright, it was luck. It was not skill. It looks cozy though. And then the strides are just so easy compared to the running precision jumps, which is a bit ridiculous. I guess the next question for me is like, how many different tricks can we do? When it comes to move variety, there are actually not that many different tricks you can choose from, but they are different enough that if you put together a line, you don't end up repeating yourself. Yes. If there was one thing I could add to the moves in the game, it'd probably be the ability to swing on bars. Oh. That's such an essential element of parkour, which was really fun in other games, but you can't really do in Rooftops and Alleys. Can I just do a cargo off of something? Ow. Ow. I would also love to be able to slide not just on slants, but also on ground. There could be little holes you slide through, or even like rails you could slide under, and I think that would be just such another exciting layer to the game. And you can do dive rolls, which are really fun, but there was not really any holes or gaps that I found to dive roll through. So I'm really excited to see if that's something the game might add later on. This is still an early version, and I assume it's gonna grow a little bit from here. Alright, we're gonna try some wall tricks. Nice. Yo! So even though there's not a ton of different moves or a huge map, it still feels like there is a lot of variety in things you can do. Oh! Oh! My favorite trick in the game is actually one that I don't even really know if we do it in parkour, or at least I don't know what we call it. But now I'm kind of curious to try it out, and I want to see if it's possible. No! Can I not run up? I can run up that slant, come on. I can't run up a slant, that's so frustrating. So I have to use the bird to get up there? I guess? One thing I didn't like is that there were some parts of the map I just could not get to by using my parkour skills. And that is one of the main fun parts of parkour, is seeing somewhere that you want to go and then figuring out the way to get there, just like a little riddle. And it was a little bit disappointing to see that actually there was no way to get to some spots. I had to switch to that pigeon mode to make my way up there. Maybe I missed something and there's actually a way up and my parkour skills are just not good enough yet, but I wish that you could just get to any place of the map. One thing I loved in Rooftops and Alleys is to just start a random parkour run without knowing where I'm going. Nice! That's satisfying. Okay, come on. Turn around, do the next one. Da-da-da-da. Yo! Oh! Didn't mean to front flip. Where's he taking me now? Front flip to preserve that impact. Oh, shit! Oh! Sorry, surprise height drop. Good that I was sand here, that saved me. This is something we just can't do in parkour because of how dangerous it would be. Whoa, roof gap! No! Oh! Oh! My first ever roof cap was a complete surprise. I had no idea there was a roof cap right there. That's not how you do your first roof cap, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's a fun fantasy to live out for me in the game. If you do parkour, for real, this game is a painful experience. Let's see if I can do double Arabian precision. First in the world. Oh, shinned it. Ooh. I feel bad for the guy all the time, like, sorry, dude. I'm sorry I suck at parkour so much. Rooftops and Alleys does have a POV mode, and I tried using it a few times, and especially combined with the construction site level and the zip lines, the Mirror's Edge influence of this game becomes so obvious. This game does feel like a love letter to parkour, or maybe even more a love letter to parkour gaming. What's special about this game is that it doesn't just use parkour as a gimmick, like for example Assassin's Creed or similar games of recent years. Instead, the focus of this game is on the parkour gameplay. And that gameplay feels like a mix of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the Skate series, and Assassin's Creed, with a little bit of Mirror's Edge mixed in. At the end, the POV mode did feel a bit useless though. At least it was really hard to do parkour in it, especially the more technical moves were just so disorienting. And partly I like that because it is quite disorienting to do a flip or roll in real life, but it is actually less disorienting in real life than it is in Rooftops and Alleys. And that's because in real parkour, we can spot our landings before we finish a rotation, and obviously we have our other senses to keep ourselves oriented. So, is this the perfect parkour game? I'm a little bit torn on that question. On one side, it's not quite realistic enough to be a pure parkour game. There are some key aspects of parkour I would love to see in a game like this. As I said, swings or slides and dive rolls through gaps or underbars. I also think doing the flips, especially the hard ones with just a tap of a button, makes that part of the game a bit too easy. On the other side, I think Rooftops and Alleys tapped into the emotional feeling of parkour perfectly. Can I stick that? Yeah, okay, you could. Ah, almost. Yeah, there it is. Come on. Just like doing parkour in real life, this game made me want to explore every little corner of the city and gave me that same excitement and joy I have from finding a challenge and completing it in real life. Another examples are the speedruns and time challenges in the game, which were fun, but not as fun as just going out and exploring by my own, finding my own little lines, and then just practicing them till they were perfect. And that's how I do parkour for myself. There are competitions, but they're not the main aspect of the sport that make it so enjoyable. And that was really mirrored in this game. I found myself again and again finding a line or a combo that I just wanted to get right, and then I would practice it over and over and over again until it was perfect. This is it. This is it. Yeah, there we go. That's a good line. Sheesh. And the cool thing is that then when you get it right and you hit that sensation of flowing over the obstacles, it feels almost as satisfying as the real thing. I'd be curious what you think. Let me know in the comments. What does make a perfect parkour game? Is it the realism? Or is it better to romanticize parkour a bit and make it more accessible? At the end of the day, one thing is clear. This game is hella fun, and if you enjoy parkour or parkour games, you are going to have an amazing time. Huge props to Michael, who built this game all by himself. You created something magical, and all I have to say is thank you. If you ever want feedback from a parkour veteran, please hit me up anytime. I would love to help this game to be as good as it can be in any way possible. And if you enjoy parkour games, there's a big chance you would enjoy parkour in real life. I myself started as a video game nerd almost 20 years ago, and it was the adventure of a lifetime. If you would like to give it a go, I do have a beginner course that will teach you all the fundamentals. You don't need a gym, you don't need a coach, and you don't need to have a certain fitness level to start. It really starts at zero and teaches you the parkour fundamentals so you can go out, you can play with obstacles, you can find challenges in your environment, and you can level up your skills in a playful way. It's really similar to playing a video game, the way I learn parkour and the way I teach parkour. So if that sounds fun to you, please check out the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and let me know if you want me to do some more gaming stuff. There's so much fun parkour stuff in the world of games that I want to explore, and I would love to have you along for the ride. Leave a comment below if there's any game you think I should try next. Bye!